Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Welcome to your January 2022 readings. Yay! Happy New Year to everybody. I am super excited. I had amazing things happen in 21 and really not great things happen, like with every year. But I feel positive. It's a 6 year. I feel like well, 6 is a balanced number. It is definitely an even number. And we're just plugging towards what it is we really want to see and happen. And we're doing it more, I think, en masse. And I think that's phenomenal. And in my normal fashion, for those new, just tuning in, welcome, of course. I'm going to be doing the featured sign reading where I pick 4 major categories and then finishing with an oracle. And I will only be doing one reading for January. I'm going to run down a couple of the major astrology aspects and energies that are affecting every single one of us, and myself included. And so, having dealt with Mercury retrogrades for a lot longer than some of you watching, maybe similar for a lot of you watching, I know now how to go, as they say, with the current a little more. I think it's important. Life goes on regardless because we have them half of the year, retrogrades. And we're definitely in Capricorn season. Winter solstice has happened. We are in the throes of winter. We have a new moon in Capricorn happening on the 2nd, which is like just, it's New Year's and then there's a new moon. So writing down the intentions. And then we've had Venus in Capricorn retrograde since 19th of December. It will be in retrograde all of January. And then we get our Mercury retrograde in Aquarius on the 14th through the 3rd of February. So what it means basically is, there are rules of thumb with retrogrades. It's all about internalizing versus so much about the outer world. It's about focusing in on revisiting and rethinking things, reviewing things, reinventing, detail. You know what they say, you don't want to sign a contract if you can help it. Go over it and find detail though. Have someone else look over it. You might miss things during retrogrades because it kind of blocks things and slows things down. Now the Venus has to do with being a very, very feminine Venetian planet in the sign of Capricorn. Well, Capricorn is a cardinal. Capricorn is an earth sign. Capricorn is all about doing and succeeding no matter what it takes. The determination is ridiculous. The goat analogy, of course, is being able to climb the highest mountain, because if they have something in mind that they want to do, it's going to happen, and they're not in a rush, and they're Saturn ruled, and they're very, very capable of being very focused and stay on task and, be very, very regimented. They're known as the older top to bottom sign that has to do with, authority and, government and all the things that, are established and for many, many years. Well, a lot of that's changing, so that's being recognized by all of us, but Capricorns are becoming more aware of that. And you know what? They'll do just great, because it may be a little slower or longer for them to adhere to it or accept it, but they're going to plod along because they want success and they want to be living the high life, and they want the results of the hard work that they put in basically everything. And they're grounded and they're loyal, and it's long-term investment kind of energy. So that's a lot of what we'll be feeling. Also, Venus is, of course, relationship, money, anything you want to think about in terms of that will be something I think a lot of people will be focused on. Also, what's important? Well, the retrograde is going to be in Aquarius, so that's an air sign. That's about the mind. And, Mercury is the fastest ruling planet, fastest planet. So when it's retrograding, which is only really just, it appears to be retrograding, the energy does slow down. So communication, the way we're thinking, it's a little more cloudy. It's not as, the clarity is missing. Our speech changes. I mean, every time, right at that shadowy period, I start to do my videos and I'm just stumbling over my words. And it's just, I'm not going to do that this time. It's like, what do they say? Why swim upstream when you can just like go with the current and I'm going to do that. So I'll be reading the readings and hopefully get them up in the next couple of days. And I'll see you in February. But I just want to say that there's some incredibly beautiful, and Jupiter went into Pisces. Oh my God, that's about love, compassion, healing, incredible intuitive hits and ideas and creativity and, just heart-centered energy, you know, wanting to help, wanting to be selfless. This is about other people this year come into play so strong, and it's been coming up in the readings too. So today's reading is for the featured sign, the beautiful earth element and mutable sign, as is Pisces in Jupiter, of Virgo. So Virgo, we've got Capricorn season, which is extremely harmonious for you because it's your fellow earth sign. We've got Taurus. Of course, there was the last Gemini and Sagittarius eclipses that happened for a good year and a half or more, and then the nodes, which is what the eclipses are, you know, based off of, the north and the south nodes are now changing. So it's going to be the north node in Taurus and the south in Scorpio. So talk about a couple of year and a half of transformational and the depth and the earthy kind of, you know, practical, simplistic, sensual from both the Scorpio and the Taurus. Taurus is Venus ruled, so just taking it back to nature, being calmer, being more rooted in, you know, the long-term effects, you know, and not being in a rush, allowing it to happen, allowing us to build our resources and, you know, take care of our bodies, take the time to be still and balanced, and all the wonderful things that Venus can, you know, represent, being also the ruling planet of Libra. I mean, this is a great time for you. And even if you're not wanting to just go against the grain and, you know, and immediately start something new, there's so many things I think that will be coming in for you, Virgo, that will have to do with the long-term changes that, I mean, it could be so many things, but maybe you're about to retire and then you're thinking about that, and that vacation home, or, you know, place that you can go to get away, and I don't know, the list goes on and on. Children may have left the house, the empty nesters. There's so many things that have to do with your day-to-day, and they're good, they're beautiful. And then healing in general from the last couple of years is essential. So you're a hard worker. You are, you're all about service. You're there to help others. You're super reliable, very, very open to changes in others but yourself. You're pretty critical of yourself, actually. You can be quite hard on yourself at times. This is a time to maybe let that go somewhat and just love yourself for exactly who you are and be more at peace with that. You're amazing with organizing and planning in detail, and I love you for everything that you are. I'm going to pick your highlighted connection that Spirit wants me to share with you. And this is generally another sign, a person you know perhaps, or one you'll be very much connected to in some way in January. It could be somebody coming back with the retrogrades. It is a phenomenon, but it absolutely happens. You hear from a friend you haven't heard from in I don't even know how long. You're like, what? I love looking forward to that, though. I really do. Or it could be romance, you know. I mean, never say never. Just be careful with the retrograde being in Venus, because we tend to see things a lot nicer or more rose-colored glasses, you know, because the beauty part of it, the love is there, and also with the love aspect of Pisces and having Jupiter in Pisces, it expands everything. So yeah, just being careful what you wish for and your intentions for the new moon, which is so important to put out there. I feel good all the way around, though, for you, Virgo. I really do. It's a great time usually every year at this time, but this is even more potent because actually Pisces is your polar opposite on the astrology wheel. Here's Pisces, here you are. So you're always kind of, I just heard this the other day and I thought, I've got to use that. You really help with the higher realms of each other. You help to cement those in and to show each other that part of yourself. I don't think that's how it was said, but it's so true. You know, you're very opposite in a lot of ways, but because of that, you're very harmonious, and you absolutely help each other to be the best you can be, bottom line. So I really like that, and it makes perfect sense. Let's see who your highlighted connection is, though. If you're not feeling it right away, it could take some time. It could have already been somebody you're familiar with anyway, but this is Sagittarius you got, and I love that. We have Mars in Sagittarius right now, so Mars is the warrior planet. Mars is the spirit and the drive and the fire that we want, that energy to keep us going even during a retrograde. Just to keep our mind during retrograde as clear as we can and to have that motivation there. You can have it during a retrograde, for heaven's sakes, of course. But just being patient is really important. Sagittarius was the new moon on the 4th of new moon eclipse, solar eclipse on the 4th of December. That information is still being unraveled. New, inspiring, having to do with work, having to do with ideas and new ventures and, travel. For heaven's sakes, a lot of people want to travel. I know I do. I have not. I mean, I traveled in car. I didn't travel otherwise. So I think that's on the docket for a lot of people. I think you might be one of those people, because I know a lot of Virgos, and they definitely like to plan their trips way in advance, right? So I think that's already happening for you. Perfect time during the slower month of, winter, where it's time to just kind of purge and release and just kind of allow that newness coming through. So your overall energy is one of kind of fiery motivation, and yet grounded, practical, calm, nature, natural, simplistic energy, just feeling good just because you're alive kind of feeling. And that is always a good way to feel good. So I'll read the 4 categories for you. The first one is the overall energy bringing you to the reading. I always recommend you watch your sun, moon, ascendant or rising sign, and Venus to get a really deep perspective on a lot of different things, because you're a lot of different energies. Your natal chart has 12 planets in it, so you might want to check that out. But overall energy for you, beautiful, beautiful Virgos, for 2022 is the Page of Pentacles. Well, there you are. There you are. Very much in the energy. That's Virgo, that's Taurus, and that's Capricorn. So you are right in tune with what's happening. And the Pentacles, well, they're you. They're the coins. They're the practical part of our lives. The Page is the beginning. It's the green. It's the new beginning. It's like just forming the thought, the actual idea. And it's going to grow. It's going to evolve. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to have to do with your security and your sustenance, which is huge and important for you and the ones that you love so much. I think a good part of the reason that I know the earth signs are such hard workers is for the ability to help their family and others. That's absolutely a part of their intentions. And what a beautiful card this is. This is the Light Seer deck. I just got it for Christmas. I had seen it many times with other readers, but it's so beautiful. And just believing and planting the seed of this is so, and absolutely holding into the child, the inner child in us, that we know and love is having fun and remembering the fun. Life can't be taken too seriously, which can happen for earth signs at times. You're very, very diligent and caring about, making things progress and success and everything, but you want to have fun. You want to allow for that time as well. Vacation, that type of thing, and just laughing whenever possible. Could have to do with your children, thoughts of children perhaps. Oh my gosh, that's exciting for so many people, when it's that phase of your life and you're able to have kids, and you're like, oh, this might be the year we do it. I get sentimental thinking about that. Those are some pretty phenomenal years for me, I'll tell you. So yeah, that's a beautiful, kind of wonderful energy coming into it. You're very much aware of yourself and your wants, and you're going to just sit with that and put, like I said, write down those intentions with this new moon in Capricorn about building and growing and allowing just whatever it is you want to come into your life. Now this one fell out. I don't always do this, but this is the second category, which is possible blessings or obstacles. And you got the 9 of Cups. Whew! Well, that reminds me of the Piscean energy, because it is a water sign and it is about wishes fulfilled. So you have great, great deep aspirations about your creativity, about your emotional well-being. And the next one is a 10, and that's only one away from complete everything, family satisfaction, emotional fulfillment in all ways. But this is There's the treasure chest. I didn't say it right. I didn't think I would. Treasure chest. Oh my gosh. That's a tongue twister. At her feet, she's looking up going, this is it. This is what I want. This is what I will reach for. And you're going to get there. You will absolutely get there. And you know that. And it starts with the seed. It starts with the idea. It starts at the beginning. It starts with the trust. It starts with the physical, emotional added ingredient, which is essential for law of attraction. That's another video in itself. But wow, you're doing really, really well, Virgo. Doesn't surprise me because you are extremely good at manifesting and staying, you know, very, 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 very structured in your own way. And as much as a mutable sign and as much as you like to change and are open to things, you definitely, definitely are Mercury ruled too. So thinking these things, planning them now during a retrograde, which does slow things down for sure, and especially if you're Mercury ruled, but not ever once believing that isn't going to change anything. It's just a slow, it's all it is a slowdown that will of course speed back up as it always does. So in the interim is when you want to put these dreams and beliefs and aspirations out there. With the new moon in Capricorn, your fellow Earth, I mean, this is an amazing time for you. This is gorgeous. Third category, finances. Yes, physical, tangible, you know, money. We need it. We need it to live. Everyone has their different ideas about it. What you believe is what you will achieve. I know this for a fact as far as money. It's an energy. So if you feel like you're worth it and you're valuable and everything, then it definitely flows in. But if you block that away, you'll find that you'll have ups and downs that way. And that's part of life anyway. You know, it's just the way it is. We have our peaks and valleys in all aspects of our life. Looks like you're working towards the peak. Okay, so keep it going. Let's see what message we have for you. The Seven of Wands. Okay, you know what this is about? Standing your ground, boy. And that fiery, fiery, passionate part, that's the Sagittarius influence. The Mars in Sagittarius. The new moon eclipse in Sagittarius. You're not going to stop, you know that, but you've got that fiery passion in addition to your earthly kind of, you know, grounded. It's the combination. It's like, it's pretty miraculous. And to me, it looks like this is a crystal ball with you in it, in the relaxed lotus position of, okay, I know it's happening. I'm going to take the deep breaths. I'm going to allow myself some peace and quiet. It's a perfect time to do in this month. And watch for everything that's going to continue to grow and become incredibly prosperous and abundant in my life. And that's how that works. And it starts with the Nine of Cups and goes to the Seven of Wands. Oh yeah, you are in it to win it. I love it. And you know, people are aware, they're watching, they're out there, and you're like, okay, you can say or do what you want. It's not like they're being controversial. That would be the Five of Wands. But you're on top of it. As you can see, all the wands are basically holding you up. You're kind of looking from a on top down thing. Not that you're looking down on people. I simply mean that you are on top of your game. You feel that confidence. You feel the security. And you're holding your ground. That's it. So that's how wealth is established, mind you. Never giving up and trusting and knowing your worth and knowing you're enough. So the final category is that of surprises and blessings. I'm sorry, surprises and wishes. Second one is obstacles or blessings. Surprises and wishes. What have you been manifesting? What have you been purposely manifesting? Or what's happening because of the incredible influences that are going to be extremely positive for you? Not just this month, but I think, and this is the beginning of the year that catapults you towards that. And this says a lot. This speaks volumes in this storyline that I'm seeing. It's guidance, it's messages, and it's inspiration, and it's what you put into it, what you believe for yourself. So, for your surprises and wishes, you have the Nine of Pentacles. There's two nine. There's the Nine of Cups, then you go to the Nine of Pentacles. Well, this is not just about... The next one is the 10. It's the highest. The Nine of Pentacles is more of this incredible, independent recognition that you made this happen. You are doing extremely well. You are picking from the fruit of life, as it were. You have much to be grateful for. You're surrounded in abundance and gratitude for everything you have to this point, and it's only going to grow. And you know, it's so funny because it starts with the page, and the 9 with the page, that's like the 10. So you're doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing as far as the manifesting and believing it and allowing it. And it is your energy once again. And it's so nice to know. Sometimes I find that, yes, we need help. And that's a very crucial part. And that's what a lot of the readings have been saying. We need help from others. It's okay to ask for help. And I know I asked a lot of Virgos for help because they seem to know a lot. And I know at one point they asked. So I don't think you're afraid to ask. But remember, that's essential, and it's going to be a key theme for years to come, that there's something about the camaraderie and the wealth of working with others in groups and, you know, organizations and things. It's going to be way more prominent with a lot of Aquarius energy and the age of Aquarius, as they say. Others helping each other to be fair, if nothing else, just to have more of an even playing ground, as it were. But also knowing that you can do things for yourself that will, yes, it'll help others, but you'll feel so good that you yourself were responsible. There's something so beautiful about that feeling, and that's what's happening here. Am I surprised with you, Virgo? Not at all. But I'm so glad to see that you're still utilizing your gifts and sharing them with others so that we can too, you know, learn and grow, which is what life is all about. That's what the love connections are all about. Love of all types, the most powerful, beautiful energy in our lives, in the planet. So that's fantastic. I'm really happy about this. I have seen such amazing readings for January, regardless of retrogrades. It's okay. You know, I think it's perfect to slow down and just to say, okay, we'll get rid of this. We'll kind of look through that. We'll sort things out, and we'll just hit the ground running come February. Okay? Mark my words, you'll see. If you like this and you agree and you're resonating, please let me know. Like, subscribe, follow me, share this. I want to expand this channel. YouTube loves to see that, and they will continue to share it and expand it as well for me. But it's a matter of you putting in that beautiful support for me to do that. And it's free, right? I will be working on those personal readings that I'll be telling you about and posting. So if you're interested in that in the new year, February basically and onward, we'll be talking. I'm going to finish with your beautiful Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle card message. And these are pretty profound, I'll tell you. They're sent from love, as always. They're incredibly wise, and they're beautifully illustrated. This is by Shannon Kaiser. For any of you that would like to know and perhaps purchase, I got it as a gift. And your beautiful message in closing is Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. Well, it certainly looks that way. In what ways are you abundant right now? Because that gratitude component is, it's like a magnet to more gratitude and more abundance. You know, it's that simple law of attraction where like attracts like. When you're open and you're happy, you're going to bring that into your life. When you focus on that, it'll just expand it more, which is huge with Jupiter energy. Midas touch, boy, there you go. 16, that becomes a 7. That's a magical number in a lot of ways, but it also is a number that represents working through difficulties, which is something I think we've all done extremely well. And I think just to sit and be grateful for that in itself it's everything, right? To be here at the present moment is such a gift. I love that saying, and it's so true. So I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. And I'm going to read this last message. As I said, it is 16. So this represents for you, right now is ripe with possibilities. You have the Midas touch, and everything you do can reap tangible rewards. That's essential, right? You can feel, touch, and I like being able to imagine things too into reality, but I know that that's so important as an earth sign for you. This is the energy of abundance flowing to and through you. We live in an abundant universe, and there is plenty to go around. Right now, you can tap into the infinite power of this natural flow. Abundance is not always in the form of financial gain. It can be love, joy, peace, and harmony. Call in what you want more out of your life. Call in what you want more of in your life. Now is the time to celebrate the outcome you have been working toward. The energy around you is heightened, leading you to ultimate success. The 9 and then, if you have been on the fence or unsure about something, take this as a sign from the universe to go for it. It's a big yes. A big yes is delivered. Things will work out in your favor. I mean, I don't always get incredible readings like this, but honestly, 2022 is already feeling like we're heading even more towards the destiny we all want, and we all know what that is. Being patient and realizing it does take time. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're definitely heading there. And I think the more we've gone through, the more we recognize and say, still working on that ultimate ending, the ultimate, outcome. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here, and have an amazing January, the beginning of the 2022 year. And I hope you come back and visit me. I will be here for you in February. Till then, take good care. Bye for now.